Hey there, everyone. Welcome to my weekly messages. I'm Jalailah Star. Today is a lovely cloudy day here in the Midwest, and it's a little chilly, so I'm wearing my sweatshirt because I'm getting ready to go walk the dogs after this, which is probably why Oakley's back there barking. Anyway, so today's message is hesitating in the doorway of opportunity. This topic comes as a result of a session I had with a wonderful guy from New Zealand that I will call Dan. Dan had been in the printing industry for many years and had worked for a corporation in the big city, and had decided about 10 plus years ago to strike out on his own. And so he was able to give up the long commute to work every day and, working by someone else's rules and timetables. And overall, he had loved that kind of situation. But, the thing about owning your own business is that, instead of having a steady paycheck that you can always depend on, the money's like this. It's a roller coaster ride. And I guess after 10 years of wearing all the hats and, managing all aspects of his business, he was just kind of, weary of the ups and downs, financial ups and downs. And so he had asked his guides, he said, bring me an opportunity to where I don't have to go through this anymore, because this is just draining to me. I'm not, no more of this. So they did. They presented to him a job offer back in the city. So here he had this doorway of opportunity, and he was standing in the doorway, but he was going, is this really what I want? Is this really going to work out? How am I going to know I'm going to be happy doing this? How do I know this is not a mistake? So it's at that point, after deliberating for a while, he just felt like he needed to get a second opinion. So he calls me for a session. So anyway, let's see, where do I want to go with this? All right, so when I tuned into his guides, they showed me stones. Now, sometimes guides will either present themselves to me or they'll present a picture for me. And when it's a picture, there's something that they want to talk about. They don't want to deviate from that. And that whatever that thing is, it's something really important that's going to move the person forward. And they usually, like I said, will not deviate from that topic. And the only guides who show up usually are the guides who are calling you for that session, and they're calling you because they got to move you to the next step. So you're not going to get a lot of other guides come in, usually. Not always, but usually. So anyway, what they showed me was these steps in front of him like stones. And they kept saying, there's nothing written on the stones. The stones are smooth. And I guess the stones should have been, they were like a stone pathway. And the stones kind of looked like pillows, and they were like a light gray type of stone. And from what I saw, it was like usually there would be something engraved, which would basically give him a message. Okay, step here, this is what this means. Step here, if you go here, this is what's going to be in the next step. So what they were saying is that he was standing there in the doorway with these steps in front of him, but he wanted something written on them to tell them that this was the path, that this was going to work for him. And what the guides were saying is that we've opened the door, we've presented you with an opportunity, but we're not putting anything on those steps because we aren't going to be the ones to tell you that this is the right thing for you. You've got to make that decision. And you've got to chart your own course with this. In other words, so you can take those steps and you create your own writing. You write your own script as you go along. But he didn't want that. He wanted assurance it was going to work out. So guys don't do that. So why didn't, what did he need to do? What he needed to do, what they focus on is, why are you hesitating, and why is it that you're not willing to write your own script with this? In other words, create your own, make it work for you. And so what I got was that he had this fear, and it was a fear about speaking up. It was one of the reasons why he left his corporate job before, is because he was one of those guys who was really nice and he did his job, but he did not really know that he had the right to speak up and negotiate as firmly or assertively as he needed to. And so in a way, when he left corporate America, he left without the opportunity, not having utilized his ability to speak up more assertively, to get certain things done that he needed to have done. So the guys are like, okay, we're going to bring this back around and we're going to present it to you again, because now, you've already been out there, that didn't work for you. So we're bringing you back this opportunity to go back to corporate America, and this time learn to assertively speak up and get your needs met and work things out. Now, to his credit, he had already done that in the process of negotiating this job offer. But they're saying you can go further. What they're saying is you write the script, you write what you want, and don't be afraid to walk away from the table if it doesn't work. So it was his fear of speaking up more assertively, that he had a right to, and that he would be taken care of, that was blocking him and making him stand there in the door hesitating. So we got off the session, we went into further detail about what that would look like in specific areas. And when we were done, he decided, yeah, okay, I want to go ahead and take this job. So, long story short, if you're standing in the doorway, if the universe has answered your request, but you're hesitating, look at the fear that's stopping you from moving forward. Once you address that fear, then you'll be able to move forward with confidence that you can make it work out. They simply opened the door, provided the opportunity, but you've got to make it work out. Otherwise, the guides can't control your free will. I mean, they could, but they won't. That's why they don't give you assurance that it is going to work out. What they'll do is they'll guide you to deal with whatever the fear is that's blocking or could cause it not to work out. So hopefully this will help you if you're in that situation. And if you need a little bit more one-on-one information with your specific situation, I'm always available for counseling. Love doing it and would love to work with you. And, I don't say that very often. I guess I should say that more often anyway. Because people go, oh, you're still counseling? Yeah, I'm still counseling. All right. It's the thing I like to do best. Okay. Talk to you later. Have a great week. Bye-bye.